If y'all are channel surfing, stop right now. Because I've got the sweetest, most sensational show for you. All in butter, I'm in heaven. My friends Alan and Karen are going to be sharing their one-of-a-kind TV dinner cupcakes. Is that not the cutest thing y'all have ever seen? And that's not all, y'all. A person cannot live on cupcakes alone. I'm going to treat them to my maple-glazed pork chops and mashed sweet potatoes. You're a good cook. You're a good cupcake. Y'all look at these two folks. This man right here, y'all, this cute little bald-headed man, takes pictures from my cookbooks. And Karen Tack, is a food stylist. Now, these two folks, y'all, have been buddies for years. They decided to get together, and they wrote the most adorable book y'all have ever seen.
Well, you guys get started.
Well,
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, Alan.
Okay.
All right, Karen, let's get going. I am so excited to make these TV dinner cupcakes.
So we're gonna make our cupcake batter first, okay? So what I'd love for you to do, we're making homemade cupcakes. I need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Okie doke.
Okay, and then some baking powder. I've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then in here, I've got my wet ingredients. I need a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Okie doke.
And then I've got a 1/2 cup of milk. And then I've got a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil.
Honey, I'm liking your ingredients.
Yes.
That all, y'all, is gonna make this a real moist cupcake.
Yep. So over here, I've got my stick of butter. So I'm gonna go
All in butter, I'm in heaven.
I'm gonna cream this, and I need a cup of sugar.
Okay.
To this.
Well, I can do that for you.
Great. And
So these are not gonna be real sweet cupcakes, are they, Karen?
no, because we're gonna be adding a lot of goodies on top, and they'll be plenty sweet.
I've seen the pictures. I know that's right. And you know what? I don't know who doesn't like cupcakes. I am a sucker for them.
Yep.
It's the only way that I can control myself proportion-wise.
Right. And you don't.
You know,
need...
like one cupcake.
Yep.
I won't go in there and cut me a slab of cake. I'll have one cupcake. All right, now, am I gonna separate these?
No,
or...
we just need 3 eggs, one at a time. We're gonna add that to this mixture.
Okey-doke.
Our butter and sugar. So you go ahead and add that. Great. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit and get that nice and incorporated. And you know, when making cupcakes, I have 2 boys.
Do you?
Yes. 3 with my husband. And they'll come home, Mom, I needed, 2 dozen cupcakes tomorrow. Of course, it's 7 o'clock at night. Am I gonna start making homemade? Maybe not. Cake mix is great. And when I use cake mix, I use buttermilk in place of the water.
So do I. So do I, or either regular milk. Here, I'll scrape your bowl for you, Karen, and get that all incorporated down there.
So we've got that nice and creamy along with their eggs. So we're gonna alternate the dry ingredients along with the wet ingredients.
Okay. And I always start with dry and end with dry. How about you?
That's what I do. You've done this before?
I've done it a time or 2.
Terrific. Okay, that looks great. So now...
It does look delicious.
You know how you said you always need 8 arms in the kitchen?
Yes.
Let me show you something that makes filling the cupcake pans a lot easier.
That's delicious batter, Karen.
So what I've got here, Paula, is a resealable bag. I've inverted it onto a measuring cup or a large container. I'm gonna give you half the batter.
Okay.
And then pour that in.
Okie doke.
And I'm gonna take half. Get that in there.
Y'all listen up. This girl sounds like she might be full of tips.
Yep. Have to put this over here.
Okay, I can seal it up.
What you can do is you can take your bag, and give it a little burp, and then zip it up. Okay. And then you've got a pastry bag. We're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna snip like a quarter of an inch.
Okay.
Okay. Get in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, like a machine, you can go through and squeeze exactly 2/3 of the batter.
What a smart idea, Karen.
Yep. And this batter
Now,
makes
how many-
about 18.
I was gonna say.
And so now we're gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for about
Okay.
15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then while those are baking, we're gonna go ahead and make our chocolate templates.
Oh, and that's gonna be our fried chicken bone.
I've got them on a small sheet pan with the template and then a piece of wax paper. We've got some white melting chocolate.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same resealable bag trick. These are quart-size bags,
Okay.
because we don't need such a big bag. Here's a bag for you, bag for me. And again, we're gonna snip a small corner, but this time we're gonna go even smaller, like
Okay.
1/8 of an inch. Can you see
Okay.
that? And what I've got here is our template, and we're gonna outline it, and we don't have to be smooth or anything. We're just gonna squeeze, outline our pattern, and then just fill it in with the chocolate.
This seems like it would be a wonderful, fun project to do with your children.
Yep. When we've completed our templates, we're gonna pop these in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes so that they get nice and firm, and then we can peel them off.
Paula, I got a surprise for you. I've been doing a family portrait. Look at that.
Alan, that's me! That is me!
That is you.
This is Gracie. This is Otis,
Take your pick.
Deen, Sam, and me. Look, y'all. Look. Look
Now
at
that's a family
that.
portrait, isn't it?
While our cupcakes are in the oven, I'm gonna show Karen the ultimate combination of sweet and savory. Don't those look delicious? And later, Karen's gonna show me how to make our cupcakes into the perfect TV dinner. It's starting to look a lot like chicken. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. So to go with all these fabulous cupcakes that y'all are making, Karen, I've got a sweet but savory dish for you. And I'm gonna make a maple-glazed pork chop and sweet potatoes.
Sounds
So what I'm
delicious.
gonna do is cut on my stove and get my pan hot.
Okay, what can
and
I do?
I've got 4 pork chops right here. Look at these beautiful pork chops.
Gorgeous.
They're center cut and it's got the tenderloin on it. Yummy, yummy pork chops.
Love that.
So what I want to do is mix up a seasoning. I'm going to take 4 teaspoons of ancho chili powder.
Okay, let me
Smell that.
So it's
Doesn't
not
that smell
not
good?
too spicy.
And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt.
And that's our rub.
That's our rub. And if you would just rub that on our pork chops.
Okay.
Rub your meat, rub your meat, rub your meat. Get those seasonings in there. I'm gonna be putting a little olive oil. Now I've sprayed my pan so my pork chops won't stick. So just a little bit of oil in there. Perfect.
Is that ready yet?
Look at those chops. Now this is,
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
yeah, go ahead and wash your hands since you touched that meat. It's gonna take my cast iron a little bit to heat up because cast iron, as you know, is a heavy, heavy cookware. So why don't we go ahead and start our glaze for our pork chops.
Okay.
All right, let's cut on this right here. If you would measure us out about 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
We're gonna cook that down to about half, and it's gonna be like the consistency of syrup. So right in that pan that goes. All right, so this is starting to kind of spit at us a little bit. So let's go ahead and put our pork chops in here. Look at these chops. They are so big. They're
delicious. You know, this is out of my territory here. It's
well, you're big into bacon, aren't
Yep.
you? Next, we're gonna make a mixture of a 1/2 cup of butter maple syrup and a 1/2 cup of chicken stock. And after our balsamic vinegar reduces down, we're gonna put the chicken stock and the syrup in there. we're gonna pour it over our pork chops.
That sounds delicious.
Doesn't that sound wonderful? And back here, we've got some sweet potatoes, y'all, that we cubed and we balled. All right, so these are coming right along.
Can I drain those then? Are they ready to drain?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get those drained right into that colander. And you can see down in there, our balsamic is starting to boil.
Oh, it's like a facial.
I know.
Okay, put those back here. I don't want to dump them on you.
That's all right. I'll kind of guide them in there for you.
It's hot.
Ooh, hot.
Okay, let's put these over here.
All right, so we're gonna take, Karen, 3 tablespoons of honey.
Okay.
And 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And I think the recipe calls for 1/4 of a stick of butter, but why don't we do half?
Okay. I have no problem with that.
And look at our pork chops, y'all. Don't those look delicious? Look at them. Ooh. That chili powder has darkened them and given them such rich color. We're doing Karen and Alan's cupcakes today. But I tell y'all, a person cannot live on cupcakes alone.
No.
As much as I would like to, we've got to have a little savory. Our balsamic, I think, is ready for our liquid. Now you just take that electric mixer.
Okay. I can go ahead and
beat it, girl.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna take 1/2 cup of the syrup, 1/2 cup of the chicken stock.
And then we cook that down?
Yes, and then we're gonna reduce that down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let that continue to do its magic.
That's good.
It is good. Pass
What do you
me
want?
that honey, please.
honey? I know.
I like my sweet potatoes more sweet.
I love it.
So there we go. Oh, these pork chops, I mean, they're kicking over here.
Those look yummy.
All right, so let's see what we've got.
That's good.
That's better, isn't it? Up next, our pork chops and sweet potatoes are all ready for the tasting.
It's delicious.
And then later, our cupcakes go from dessert to dinner with just a few simple tricks. How cute is this? I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Y'all, this is Karen Tack. She, along with a friend of mine, Alan Richardson, wrote a great cookbook, and it's called Hello Cupcake. They do the most fabulous cupcakes you've ever seen. And the ingredients they use, we can get them from any curb store or
The gas
grocery
station.
store. That's what I call a curb store.
Oh, wait, is that? Okay.
And that comes from a long time ago in Albany. You pulled up to the curb and somebody came out and waited on you.
Oh, wouldn't that be
You
nice?
didn't even have to
You
go
didn't
in.
have to get out?
So we called them curb stores.
This looks delicious.
So we have cooked up here a wonderful maple chili pork chop.
We put some
With
nuts on
sweet
top.
potatoes, yes, we're gonna garnish them with some chopped nuts. And why don't we put just a little parsley? We've got beautiful parsley here. So there we go.
It's
Look
gorgeous.
how pretty that is.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So let's
Can we
taste.
dig in?
Yes, let's dig in.
Okay, thank
and I'm oh, you're so welcome. I'm gonna go in for my tenderloin.
Yes, I'm going to.
I noticed you. And I'm just a swallowing. So tell me what you think.
You're a good cook.
You're a good cupcake. Isn't that yummy? We got the sweet, we got the savory.
This is delicious.
I could stand here and I could gnaw that bone, but you know what? I really want to see what
I know,
you've got
we
up your sleeve.
Some dessert. Okay. To finish off the cupcakes, we've got our cooled cupcakes here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you one.
I recognize these. These are donut holes.
And what we're going to do with the donut hole is we're going to take a small knife and just make a little slit on the side. And then we're going to take the hardened chocolate and we're going to insert it so it looks something like that.
There you go.
So a nice big mound of vanilla frosting on top of the cupcake. Okay, so that's perfect. We want a little mound in the center, and we're
Okay.
going to put your donut hole on top. And then what we're going to do is pop in the freezer for about 15 minutes, just so the donut hole doesn't roll around when we add more frosting.
Right.
I had some that I made before that I set up.
Okay.
Okay. So you
Okay.
can see they're not
Oh,
going
yeah.
anywhere. So what we want to do with these is we want to cover the donut hole with another little skim coat of frosting.
How fun. I mean, won't the children have a ball doing this?
Adults too.
I was going to say, I'm having a right good time myself.
So yours is that looks terrific, terrific, okay? Now what I've got here, I've got a bowl of crushed corn flakes. So we're gonna just sprinkle those on the edge, and I like to press the crumbs in, or you could even roll it in the crumbs so that it's completely covered. Okay.
Love this. It's starting to look a lot like chicken.
Chicken, that's it, fried chicken.
How cute
And
is
so we've
that?
got a fun aluminum pan over here to be like the TV dinner tray. Okay, so we can put that, why don't you put your chicken leg right in here? We've got to have some mashed potatoes with this.
Absolutely.
Okay,
You can't
so-
have fried chicken without mashed potatoes.
We're still going to use the vanilla frosting.
Okay.
Now we want it to look like a nice swirl of mashed potatoes,
Okay.
and then I want to make a little well in the center for my butter.
For your gravy. and
Butter,
your
gravy,
butter.
yep. And so for the butter, we're just going to use a yellow fruit chew. I'm going to put it on the side like that. Oh, you're making a melty butter?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do
Perfect.
like butter that's melting.
And then our gravy, do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
A little caramel sauce.
I thought it was caramel
Like-
sauce.
Yep. There we go. Don't be stingy with that.
Okay.
Terrific. And you know, doesn't that look like gravy?
Yes,
And
it does.
what's nice is that it's gonna settle a little bit so that that butter pad pokes. Oh boy, I really heavy-handed on the gravy there.
How
But it will, like,
cute
drizzle
is
off
that,
the
y'all?
Isn't that fun? And how easy.
Mashed
that's the thing.
potatoes and so
So
easy.
easy. I mean, no special
So
equipment.
easy. Coming up, we have to have a vegetable.
You have to have a vegetable, Paula. Yeah.
Alan and Karen will show us how to make our TV dinner cupcakes complete. We got fried chicken, we got peas and carrots, and we've got mashed potatoes and gravy. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. All right, y'all, I'm back in the kitchen. I got Alan on one side, I've got Karen on the other, and they're fixing to show me how to make our meal complete.
Yep.
We've got our fried chicken, we've got our mashed potatoes and gravy, and they insist that we have to have a vegetable.
Gotta eat your vegetables.
Gotta have it.
All right, so how are we gonna make our peas and carrots?
Well, we're gonna start with using our vanilla frosting, and we're gonna tint it green. So
And do y'all always use a store-bought frosting?
we've got some great recipes, homemade recipes, but you know, in a
This
pinch.
works so well, doesn't it?
Yep. This classic vanilla
All right,
frosting is
you
terrific.
tell me when.
So keep going a little bit, and I'd love like a drop or two of yellow because
Okay.
I like it a little
Bodine said
brighter.
he would too.
That's great.
And you know that store-bought frosting actually takes the color better than a
It
buttercream or
does.
homemade.
The consistency is perfect.
It's
isn't
perfect.
It?
So we've got a nice green there. Okay.
That's a pretty color green. All
So
right,
everybody
get a cupcake.
And for the peas and carrots,
So these are those candies that melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
They sure are.
That we love so much.
But if you're like me and like pure sugar, you can go
These
for
are the
other
candies
one.
that start with an S.
They do.
Before we start adding our peas, we want to cut our carrots.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, and the great thing about this orange fruit chew is that you just want to cut it down the middle lengthwise, and then just cut it crosswise into thirds. And it takes about 3 or 4 fruit chews per cupcake. So then it's just a matter of just placing them around.
Okay. And we're gonna tuck them pretty close to each other,
Yeah,
aren't
but
we?
and then we'll add a couple of carrots too in there, and you want to cover the whole top.
And I always find when you put the carrots on, it's nice to find one of those nice sharp edges. It
Yeah.
looks just like it does when it comes
It
out of the frozen
does.
package.
How cute is this?
And this is as easy as just pressing on the candies.
We call these, when we do these, we call them press and play cupcakes.
Yeah, I can see why y'all are having fun. This is not like a whole bunch of work.
Yeah.
This is kind of like play.
Here we go, Paula.
This is too adorable.
That looks great.
Look at that. We got fried chicken, we got peas and carrots, and we've got mashed potatoes and gravy with the with the butter on it. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.